We've done pretty much everything that you can do to a boat. Sunk it, brought it back to life, sailed it, then put it through a massive, massive storm, then put our man through all these paces. You know, the stunt team, the special effects team, and the marine team have manipulated them underwater, above water, in and out of water, in every way that you sort of feasibly could.
We have three, boats that our marine team helped source that were matching identical boats. We have a hero boat, we call her Tahoe. We have a boat called Tenacious, which is our exterior effects boat, and we have a boat called Orion, which is our interior effects boat. And between the three of these boats, we were able to do some pretty remarkable things.
I get excited when I see scripts that have so much water, because I specialize in putting cameras in places that are very wet. From the very first moment of the script, there's water flowing into the boat. He's immersed in water. The boat's flooding. He's going to be underwater. Waves are dumping. It's pretty exciting for me to see so much water in a script.
The logistics were very, very complicated. How you're going to move 3 boats between 3 tanks on which days with which masts, with which gash repair plugs in place. Our marine team had down.
Every action in the film was supposed to feel very much in the realm of possibility.
I know boating, but I don't know sailing, and they're different. And so that was something I had to learn. I had to learn about what it's like to be a sailor, and particularly be a sailor in hard conditions.
It's all real, that's the other thing I think about the movie. We've got VFX in the movie, obviously, but there's no VFX, there's no replacing of Bob.
So I wanted no one stunt to feel sort of superhuman or out of the ordinary. We tried to shoot as much of this film with practical effects so that the real things that were happening to the character were happening to with Mr. Redford, which we were amazingly able to do with our, with our wonderful team on set. There was a huge element of having to then add to that, using in a very limited but precise way, to use, compositing and bringing, back plates of storms into what we had done in the foreground.
And a film that has no dialogue depends so much on all the sound effects and all the music and all those little pieces and all the visual effects that there are. To see it all sort of come together is really how this film takes its life on.
I think what makes All Is Lost such a different film to work on is the fact that it is very much about mood, and it's very much about action. It's sort of pure editing based on movement, and it's really editing based on emotion and on feeling.
We managed to find ourselves here at Skywalker, which has been just such a huge advantage for this movie. It was very little of our production sound from Mexico and from our trips out on the ocean was usable.
Describe the project as having very few lines in it, almost all entirely a boat at sea. I mean, it was just a sound editor's dream, basically.
There's not really a lot of stuff around to make sounds that are obvious. So you can't have birds because he's way too far from land. You can't have a lot of the typical winds you would have because the wind would make sound off of trees and things around you, which we don't have. So you have to create this whole environment and keep it exciting with just sound effects and sound design. It's been a blast.